Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to 2023, and hopefully we have a lot of cool videos for you this year. Today we're going to do a tribute custom controller for family of Juan Alicea, and he used to be a Spanish broadcaster for the New York Mets for a very long time. If you are new here, my name is Ernie, and I customize just about anything from a custom one-off gifts to promotional products, and I also do graphic design and any other cool project that sometimes people throw at me. If I can do it, I'll definitely try to do my best at it. Once again, we partnered up with Custom Controllers. If you haven't checked them out, I'm going to leave a link in the description below so you can check out their Instagram. They've done a lot of cool things for a lot of celebrities, including Matt Hardy, The Game. You got the channel G4, Larry Nance, Chevy Woods, and even Ty Lopez got a custom controller from him. So make sure you check that out. And of course, I do some of the art here for him and the brand, so we collab together and create some cool things. So make sure to check us out. I'm going to leave all the links in the description below. All right, the controller is already sanded and ready to go. We're just going to go ahead and apply the base. So we're going to work backwards on this one and start off with the foreground color first, and then we're going to kind of paint the background going back. So the last paint coat is going to be the background itself. So we're going to be using stencils to protect the color that we've already laid down. If you're a New York Mets fan and speak Spanish, I'm sure you've heard of Juan Alicea and has heard his voice through the radio. He started doing Spanish broadcasting for the Mets in 1982. He actually joined the Mets in 1969 doing some community relation department stuff and doing some scouting work. Since we're going to be laying down a couple of stencils and they're pretty harsh as far as being tacky, we're going to mix our color with a little bit of Autoborn sealer, and at the end of each color we're going to lay down at least 1 or 2 coats of the Autoborn sealer by itself, completely clear. So while we continue working on this controller, I'm going to let you know that in 1986, the postseason, Alicea was the lead voice on the International Spanish Network, and the New York Mets president said that Juan was an innovator and a pioneer in the Spanish broadcasting field, as well as a renowned and respected throughout the industry as an extraordinary broadcaster, straight from Mr. Sandy Alderson. This particular project was commissioned by the family itself, and it's a pretty cool little tribute for New York Mets fans, and of course we get to have the honor of painting this for them. So to prepare all these plastic surfaces, I sanded everything with a 320 grit sandpaper. If your controller has some texture or has that rubber coating on it, you can use something like 220 or 100 grit to try to get rid of that texture, I guess you can say. But to prepare everything for paint, just make sure you finish it off with 320, and that seems to be the sweet spot as far as grit goes. Sometimes if you go too fine, 400, you may run into an issue where if you're using a lot of stencils, the stencil will peel some of that paint off. So I make sure that I've been doing like 320 right now, so that seems to be like the perfect grid to use a lot of stenciling. Now that everything is dry and I put a top coat of Autoborn sealer, I went ahead and cut all my stencils. I'm just using the regular vinyl decal material for that, so I'm going to be doing an autograph right in the center, and then the birth date and his last day on the right side. And like I said before, we are working from the foreground to the background, so right now we're going to try to cover everything that's going to stay blue, and right now we're going to try to paint the orange, and then after that kind of leave a outline, if you will, around Mets, the logo, and then cover everything with black. It's very difficult when doing logos because everything's so perfect and so straight, and you're working with a curved surface, so it's very difficult to apply the decals and get them nice and flat. And then of course you're having a registration issue when you're working with multiple colors as well. So all the stencils are down for the very first color, and now I'm gonna paint, try to block, I guess, the extra blue color that's there. So I'm gonna spray a little bit of white to try to cover that up before I lay down the orange. You know, there's no real way to learn all this stuff. You kind of have to go by experience, and that's the cool thing about experimenting and trying new things, is that you get to learn a lot of things, and by trial and error, you get to advance in whatever skill you're working on. So I really like to motivate everybody to at least try something, whether you know, whatever it might be. Just try every day to better yourself, or experiment and push yourself out of your comfort zone. And I know there's going to be a lot of frustration because you're not going to get it at first, but all those little mistakes will add up to you being great. So no matter what it is, whether it be music or art, always try to push the boundaries and see what you can do. Now that the orange is done and dry, I've laid another coat of autumn-worn sealer, and this allows us to kind of give it more durability to that paint. So now we're gonna go ahead and cover the logo and the rest of the artwork to give everything else that orange outline. So once we do that, we're going to go ahead and cover the entire thing with black, which is the actual background of the entire controller. Guys, if you guys are watching this, please do me a favor and subscribe. Most of you that are watching these videos are not subscribed. It does help me out. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. If I can get more help, I can get some of these videos out quicker, and definitely show you guys more of the cool stuff. Alright, and we're coming to the end, guys. All we gotta do now is spray the background, the black, and once we do that, we're gonna let that dry, and of course clear everything with the high gloss. So once everything is dry, I'm gonna do add a little bit of polish. This way the controller feels nice and cool and like very silky in your hand. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and send it to Johnny at Custom Controllers, and he's gonna reassemble everything together and make it look 100. So let's go ahead and finish this and take a look at the final results. Alright, and that's going to be it for this video. Please let me know what you guys think of the controller in the comments below, and I want to thank the family for allowing us to participate in this tribute to Juan. So appreciate that. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take it easy for now. Bye bye.